Hello.
Hey, bitch.
Welcome
Oh my
back.
god, we're back.
We are.
Unfortunately, we are hapless.
We are hapless. You
You
can
get it?
leave now. We're
You
hapless.
get
We're
it? We're
hopeless too.
hapless. Ha ha
Hopeless, hapless.
ha.
But
Thank
it's
you for explaining the joke.
you're welcome. I thought they needed a more in-depth explanation.
Well, when you explain the joke, it is no longer a joke.
You're
It's just
right.
a
It's a
it's
lecture. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk to you kids about drugs.
yes. Do
Space
them.
wolf drugs. Yeah. Do them. Do all the drugs. And
Do
particularly the hard ones. Crazy.
yes.
But if you don't know who we are TnD. I'm Drew, the D part. And
And I'm Ty.
oh my god, that took so long. That took it's like you
I
forgot your
was
own name.
I was part. There was a slight chance I may have been belching away from the headset. I didn't want to pick it up.
If
Anyway,
you don't know what we do on Fridays, we do
Merry
fan.
Christmas. You're welcome.
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
I
Oh,
wanted to be the first to say it.
this.
Sorry.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry
Ha, you're
Chrysler,
second.
Merry Crisis,
Huh,
Happy
I said it first.
Hanukkah, and whatever else you dirty pagans celebrate. You
I said it
dirty,
first.
filthy pagans.
I said it first.
I said it first. First. It's like you're like every commenter on YouTube.
Uh,
If you don't know what I've been doing this Christmas is Christmas. What the fuck is Christmas? Christmas. It's like Krampus, the evil Christmas.
I love
Also,
Krampus.
yeah,
I saw fan
apparently
art
a
the
lot
other
of
day.
you what?
I said, thank you for the interruption,
You're
Drew.
welcome.
Always a pleasure to work with you. I was doing some browsing on my favorite website, for Affinity, and I saw this great Krampus fan art. He was hot, and my God, he's packing. How am I supposed to be scared of that? Like,
Oh,
come on.
I figured that furries would get a kick out of Krampus. Anything really with just fur and horns is automatically furry bait. And do you know what he does to bad boys, Tyson? He whips
Oh,
them.
I,
He
I've been a bad
whips
boy.
them. He whips them. I figured that for someone of your caliber, you would get enjoyment out of the act rather than feel any amount of punishment whatsoever towards it.
I'm not in the whips.
What
I
is
am in.
what is it that Rihanna says in her famous wisdom? She says, "Chains and whips excite me. Nah, 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 nah. Come on, come on. I like it,
I'm
like
gay.
it. Like I'm gay."
No, I
Oh,
said I'm gay, but not that gay.
oh. I don't think that's what makes you more gay, but I'll go with it, I suppose. If you don't know also about our podcast, we have a Twitter, we have a TikTok as well, and we have an email where you guys send in your fan fiction. And we've gotten a couple more fan fictions this time. Not just one. Sorry, Siggy. Sorry, we mentioned that you were the only one.
Drew feels
Oops.
so bad.
Oopsie poopsie. But your work is really good. You're a good writer. It's not we didn't pick you because you were the only one, we promise. Now that we're steadily gaining popularity, riding on Haps's tailcoat, so to speak, we have a couple more works to give to you guys. I think with our interview with Haps, that was so exciting, so fun. I know I'm still riding on the high from it. We did not expect that at all. And I'm probably going to talk about that for the next month. I don't know about you, Tyson, but I am.
Drew is something of a hero worship.
Absolutely not. There's no such thing as heroes. Never meet the people you idol. That is a true thing. But I suppose idling was it. I didn't I didn't like put him on a big ass pedestal. But certainly very exciting. admittedly. Very, very exciting. We hope to interview more people too. So if you're more into the interviewing process, please pester them until we get to interview them.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I love the
pester.
message you're sending to our small audience.
Yeah, pester them.
Annoy the people.
Pester.
Be our pawn as you pester the people we wish to talk to.
Yeah, we're not going
I'm
to do any amount of professionalism here.
I'm sure that us pestering people through our small follow base will definitely make the people in question want to talk to us.
That's how it works. Actually, please don't pester them. We'll message them. But
By we, Drew means they'll make me do it because he's too shy.
I'm not shy. In fact, I emailed Haps before.
And then Haps, funny enough, ended up messaging me on Discord.
Yes, because you're the furry. You're the furry guy. The furry person. I am just as Haps put it, the normie. I am the normal person.
Bible. Hey, since it's Christmas, do you guys want Bible spoilers?
Bible spoilers.
Jesus dies. I'm sorry. I said
He dies at the end. In fact, would you like to tell them how it happens, Tyson?
Oh my god, dude, that fan base is whack as shit. I don't get involved. Okay. So I don't really know. I know some guy who looks like Ian McGregor dies.
No, but how? How, Tyson? Our audience may not be aware of the story.
If you are part of our audience who don't know the story of the Bible,
The Bible.
then I'm jealous of you.
He gets crucified at the end. Nails driven
hot.
through his hands and feet.
That's hot.
Oh, I bet.
I bet he was gay, right? That's like
With that hair, with that hair and skin routine.
Getting nailed to a cross for the sins of your people.
When you say like, "Oh, he's gay," and then you say "nailed" in the same sentence.
Exactly. Getting nailed to a cross is total bottom energy.
What the
So
fuck?
he was definitely gay and a power bottom.
Oh my god, we have two fresh seats in hell.
The man turns water into wine. I mean, that's kinky as fuck.
I don't think that's kinky.
If you can,
I think that is the person you want at your party.
If you can turn water into wine, what do you think you can do to jizz? Like turn it into like soda or something?
Soda? It just doesn't even pop.
Imagine getting jizz on and turning it to Diet Coke.
Imagine if someone's jizz sounded like bubble wrap. I would have a lot of questions after hearing bubble wrap jizz.
Don't think, pop it.
Oh my god!
Pop the cherry.
Pop the cherry? Pop the bubble wrap jizz? Oh.
I still to this day have no idea what pop the cherry means. I will never know.
Really?
Yes.
If someone's a virgin, then you pop the cherry?
What does that mean?
So there's a women anatomy part.
Oh, is this a straight thing? If it is, I don't care.
It is a straight thing, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess for gays, they can bleed too, but oh my word, y'all. Go easy, please. And do your research if you're going to do that. Fuck.
Oh, God.
God. Owie.
We aren't here for gay sex ed.
I was so surprised that there was no condom used in Adastra. I was surprised about that. For some reason, I don't know why it struck out to me. And also, I don't know how much lube was applied, but I hope it was generous.
He had an entire jar full.
Oh, okay.
I like how they have space lube, but no space condom.
Yeah, I guess birth control, once you have a population of 300,000 such and such, you don't really have to worry too much about the specifics of birth control, I suppose, if the parents are monitoring it.
If there's no condom, does that mean that space STD or there are no STDs on Adastra?
See, I had that question myself. I was wondering that if there are space STDs, and in fact, I wanted that to be a conversation for our next week, is what other diseases you think are on Adastra. I was keeping that topic, but now that we brought it up, no,
Imagine
It's Fan Fiction Friday. We can't do this. We
I
can't.
just imagine if it's like give and take, fucking Marco gets aviopox from Adastra, and then um Amicus gets syphilis from Marco and Earth.
Oh God! How about something like, the cold
Herpes.
sore form of herpes? No, like, I mean, they're all cold sores. That was kind of a stupid comment, but the type of herpes that everyone has, like that appears on the mouth as
You know,
cold or fever blisters. I was wondering if that could kill Amicus.
you
I
know,
literally had
no,
that
I
thought.
doubt it, because I wonder if the wolves' immune systems are so jacked. You feel me? That like something like aviopox barely affects, or at least, if you can treat it at least. Like, does that mean like Earth sicknesses wouldn't do anything because of how? I mean, I don't know how immune systems will work, but if they're jacked enough, dude,
I see, like
or
immune
maybe I'm an
systems.
idiot because I don't know how immune systems work. I'm just a fucking idiot.
I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of it because I really want to save that for the next podcast for my big immune system lecture. But like, to give a little sprinkle is immune systems are not like when someone says, "Oh, you gotta boost your immune system." It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Because if your immune system's boosted, you have cancer or you have an like a strong immune response. That's what's killing people for COVID, is that their immune system responds too strong. It kills healthy tissue as well as the bacteria there. So I don't know if I'd be worried about the wolves because it seems that Calm always has pills for them, and if they constantly take pills, like, oh, here's a pill for, I don't know, the common cold that occurs on a dast or whatever the hell virus or bacteria that could potentially cause that. It could be that their immune system is actually quite weak because they have to have a pill. I'm not entirely sure though. That would be a conversation for Howley, I suppose. And I honestly think the disease part was a little more hand wavy. It's like, oh, I know some amount of disease, and that's okay. And it's like hand wave the rest, which is totally fine. I do not want Adastra to turn into like Contagion or something, where they go into a lot of detail about some minutia. Anyway, oh my god, that's what I'm doing. That is exactly
Yes.
what I'm fucking doing right now, is going into detail about something that doesn't matter. Tyson. Tyson.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Ty.
what?
Ty.
Ty.
Did I start calling you fucking Andrew?
Ugh.
Or
Oh.
how about Andy?
Fuck you. I knew that was coming.
How about Buddy?
Oh. I hate Buddy.
Aw, you're my little buddy.
Gross. That's like childish. It's demeaning. I feel so vulnerable. And
How fitting.
ugh. 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 It's like dirt. Like getting dirt rubbed. Ugh. In a wound. But anyway, regardless.
So I changed my mind, Drew. Fuck you. I'm reading first.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain Fan Fiction Friday real quick for our new listeners. If you made it this
I'll
far,
explain it.
okay. Okay.
We get your submissions and we read them, and we do it dramatically.
Yes.
And I
Da-
da,
uh,
and I love you for doing it. DM me for a virtual kiss on the lips, consensually.
wait, me?
Um,
Ew.
no, not you. I'm not talking to you.
First, I have a boyfriend. Second,
Wow. Yeah, I know. You talk about it all the time.
I know he's great.
How could I forget when it's all you talk about?
Yeah, the viewers can't forget either. I'll make sure they know.
The viewers don't even get half of it.
I
I'll
guess
just be
viewers is the wrong listeners.
I'll just be sitting minding my own business. She's like, "Oh my god,
My boyfriend.
bought me this thing." I'm like, "Wow, thanks. I guess it's awesome."
Hey, you forgot an important part about the submission process.
Oh my god, they email it to us.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, what's the email? Where can they
TNDP.
find that email, Tyson?
TNDP513 at gmail.com. It'll be in the description. It'll be on our TikTok.
Yes.
It'll be on our Twitter. And you guys can just DM me. We can have a little chat. virtual kiss still up. Just don't just don't message
Mwah.
me on just don't message me on Grinder or anything like that. You know, Drew, if we're talking about your boyfriend, we should talk about how you met.
How about let's like skip that and get to fan
It's a
fiction.
fun topic for me to go into. We'll save it
Oh,
for next week.
yeah, we'll save it. That's a good idea.
Drew's gonna scold me like you can't share how we met. It's embarrassing.
I have to own up to things. That's just how it works. That's how it goes. That's how it be.
Okay.
Fan fiction. Tyson, start. Start.
Okay, I gotta put on my reading song.
Oh.
Breakfast Santana Baggage by Kaji Beats. I love this song. I'm on TikTok. too
Lo-fi
much.
hip-hop, Sarita Dastrophic fan fiction too.
Shut up, car idiot.
Oh, I love Need for Speed. I love the cheese. Oh my god.
All right, so this I almost said podcast. The fuck. This fanfic that I'm reading today is titled "The Shattered Remains of Cassius."
Oof.
It is submitted by Drew. You have the Discord users, right?
I do. It is submitted by
Good
Cars the Big Gay Furball
Oh my god.
on Discord.
Oh my
Love
God.
it.
DM me. I'm kidding.
He is on Adastrophics Inc., which is the small little server that we got invited to after doing our first Fanfiction Friday. Anyway, this is your thing. This is your thing, Tyson. This is your...
It's okay. I'm used to Drew taking my thunder.
You're just hijacking it. Just
It's
you're
fine.
like Zeus, and I'm like, give me
Nah, okay.
Zeus without all the fucking.
Or the thunder, or the hot body, or the personality.
The Greek body. I want to be a Greek god for the body, the workout plan.
Good grief! You've hijacked enough of my time. Get the hell back in your corner.
Okay, Cars the Big Gay Furball. He
Love
submitted
you.
it. Love
Love
you.
you. Okay. So, little disclaimer. I hate Alexios, and I think it's good that it appears they broke up. God, I hate the bitch. Like he needs to get was it neutered? Yeah, neutered.
Dear Lord.
He's a cat. That was
Isn't
probably
it
race.
sprayed? Isn't that what they would call it? Our
Ew.
cat's neutered too.
Oh, spade.
Spade. Sorry.
You funny.
I think actually that's just for female cats.
That's why I said neutered. We're back at square one, baby.
Square one, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna start now.
Okay.
Cassius laid in his bed, waiting for his lover Alexis to come back from a governmental meeting. Sorry, I have a lot of snide here. He was wearing nothing but his underwear, which he was eager to take off for some nightly and naughty fun. Cassius's ears perked up as he hears Alexios open the door. Darling, Cassius says, as soft as the pillows. I'm so glad you're back. He gets up and walks towards the cat with one hand on his hip. Care to, relax? Cassius whispers in Alexios' ear as he puts his hand on Alexios' chest, gently rubbing him. Oh, I'd love to, Cassius. Alexios starts, pulling Cassius' hand away from his chest. But I've been working all day, a lot today, and I'm real tired. Alexios yawns as he walks towards the bed and lies down. Cassius, annoyed, sighs. You know, Alexios, he pinches his temple. I've done so much for you, and it seems like you never want to return the favor. Cassius getting angrier. He raises his voice and says, Hell, I even left my home planet for you. What do you even do at your job? I thought your mission was done. Cassius, please, I can explain, Alexios says, panicking, raising his hands forward. Alexios begins to sweat, knowing that he's been cornered and there's no way for the cat to weasel his way out of this, which is ironic because it's all he does throughout the main game. Yeah, I know what you did. You tried to cause chaos, and you even got me poisoned, which I forgive you for. I'm kidding. I hate him so much. I hate Alexios so much.
Sidebar.
Cassius screams. His fists start trembling as tears begin swelling in his eyes. He wipes them and sniffles. Virginia. She told me everything. I don't want to believe her at first, or I didn't want to believe her at first, but his voice crackling. I think I was blinded by my love for you. Cassius whispers his last few words. No, please, Cassius. It's not like that. My government just wanted Alexius gets cut off by Cassius, shoving him to the ground. Oh god, I just quickly read to the next line. We are done, Alexios, Cassius says, while tears stream down his face. If we somehow ever meet again, I will fucking... Let's go, Cassius. My guy, I love you. I didn't trust you at first because you threatened to kill Marco, but... God, I love you.
Fucking get him, man.
Get him, man. Just kill him right now.
Eat him
I'll give you a gun.
alive.
I know where you can get a gun. Cheap.
Oh my god.
Cassius... Oh, poison him, actually. Cassius then leaves, but not before taking a bottle of wine and slamming the door, leaving Alexios speechless. He sulks to his spaceship and moves inside. He looks around and remembers going to Amorphora. Amorphora? With Alexios. Come, take me to Adastra and pick up some smokes on the way. Cassius demands as he drinks them. Yeah, the smoke thing didn't happen.
Oh, wait. Are there smokes?
No, that was a joke. It's
Oh,
like, come,
my God.
take me to Adastra and stop at the nearest gas station for some smokes. Cassius demands as he drinks from the bottle. So, side note, it looks like becoming an immediate alcoholic is a
a family trait.
A family tradition. Whenever you're single, you immediately become an alcoholic.
I think for it's particularly in Adastra's history, wine seems to be very much prevalent.
It's like the only thing. I mean, Amicus got high on space sandies and drunk as hell. I'm surprised he didn't, like, his body didn't, collapse.
He's like, this is a Tuesday for me. Just put it.
Oh fuck yeah, Nefru's in here. Love him.
He has to go to Earth rehab with Marco.
Oh god.
Aww.
Yes, Cassius, Comp says, preparing the flight. Cassius spent most of his time on the trip back drinking and sobbing about how the only person who he cared about might have never even loved him back. The White Wolf drank and drank and drank. He drank so much he lost consciousness and slept for the rest of the trip back. Cassius wakes up from landing. My head.
You did so well with that. I figured you have experience.
I'm a minor.
Okay.
He grumbles and looks out and sighs. I wish I didn't have to come back here. I hate my brother. I hate my dead. I'm kidding. God, that's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm like, I hate my dad. I hate it here. I hate Adastra. I feel bad for poor Cassius. I wish I didn't have to come back here. Tears began forming in his eyes, knowing that he has to return to his life that he once left behind. He then swallows his sadness. No. I can't. God, that was bad. I'm not good at acting. I'm working on it. I can't let them see me cry. Cassius gets out of the ship. Neferu takes notice and comes to greet Cassius. Oh, love you much. Oh, Cassius, I didn't expect you to come back, the jackal says. Cassius growls at Neferu. It's so crazy seeing you back here again, Cass. I sort of missed your, angry demeanor, Neferu says with a chuckle. Fuck off. The wolf demands, pushing the jackal to the... God, I'm not on my ball. I didn't do enough vocal exercise, guys. The wolf demands, pushing the jackal to the side, and walks into the palace. He looks around and remembers running away with Alexios. He remembers how Alexios got him drunk so he would be more willing to leave. Why does everyone remind me of that bastard? Cassius asks internally. A mix of anger and dread fills his body. Cassius soon hears a pair of feet walking toward his direction. Amicus, you were so disrespectful in that meeting today. You couldn't even bother to keep your eyes open. A disappointed feminine voice scolds at the other. I'm sorry, Virginia, the other wolf whines, presumably Amicus. I didn't get enough sleep last night. The two wolves then stop what they're doing and see Cassius, who is trying to sneak off. No way, Amicus says, putting his paw to his mouth. Cassius stands there uncomfortably as his siblings ran out to him. Hey there, Cassius says weakly. He rubs his shoulders. You know, I'm real tired, and I think I'm going to go to my room and just sleep for a while. Cassius looks down and starts to drag his feet towards his room before being stopped by Amicus. Cassius, I'm so glad you're back, he says, excitement in his voice. He then looks around and asks, Where's Alexios? Weren't you two, an item? Amicus says. Virginia sighs and face humps quietly, disappointed even more in Amicus than she already was. Who? Oh, Alex. Cassius replies, a hint of sadness in his voice. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
I don't mean to stop you, but what's really funny is I see a lot of authors, particularly in the fan fiction that I read, just completely writing off Alex, like getting him the hell out of a story, and it's so funny to me. Anyway, I love the trend. It's
I love it more than you do.
You hate to see it.
I love to see it. I love it. I hate the bastard. Yeah, dude, I hate it. Just I'll make an entire video just about how much I hate him. Cassius then walks off toward his room. He hears Amicus and Virginia walk toward him. He holds his paw and beckons them to stop. Please, I just need to sleep. His voice cracks. Cassius gets to his door and opens it. He looks around and sees that it's untouched. He lies down on his bed and cries softly. Alex, he cries. Alex, why? Ugh. Cassius, I'm single. Okay, I'm on Earth. You're kind of a twink, but, it's fine. You're hairy enough. Furry enough. Amicus has got Marco, Cass can get Ty, and then whenever Marco goes back, we can carpool back to Adastra.
Carpool, like it's a big fun family vacation.
And I can get you some of that good Earth Kush.
Oh my god!
I don't think weed's illegal in Adastra yet.
Yeah. Apparently they got really strong shit though.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Virginia sighs that we should leave him be for the rest of the night. Clearly, something happened to him and Alexia. She looks at Amicus. Please try to bring it up. Excuse me, god damn, I'm not on my game tonight. Please try not to bring it up. Try not to bring up what he did, okay? I think he finally accepted that Alexios is a piece of shit. I mean, except that Alexios wants to just cause chaos. Amicus rolls his eyes and mumbles, Yeah, Mom. Guys, Drew, you're not looking at it, are you?
What?
Like what I'm reading.
I am. I think I missed something.
No, I just keep making stuff up.
Oh, I didn't. Oh.
And I was waiting for you to react, but you just don't react. So
the yes, Virginia, but yes, I didn't even realize it. I was like, oh okay.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm sorry. This is probably so awkward. I'm making on Drew to react, and then he doesn't react. I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay.
Please react. Please give me some form of validation.
I'm so sorry. Amicus then says angrily, I swear, out of all the terrible things Alex has done, this is the worst thing he has ever committed. He stomps his foot and continues. Once I get my hands on him, I'm gonna. His reign is interrupted by Virginia. Amicus! Virginia barks. Why are you getting so angry? I thought you hated that Cassius and Alex are together. You said that Cassius was in a terrible relationship. Amicus crosses his arms and says, Well, yeah. After learning that Alexios wanted to cause chaos, I was hoping Cass would just, leave him. I'm not even sure if he loved Cass, to be honest. Amicus looks off and then he says, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a lot right now. Virginia puts her paw on Amicus. Don't worry, brother. I am certain we can help Cassius through this. We'll be sure to check up on him in the morning, she says, in an attempt to reassure Amicus. Cassius looks out at the night sky and cries into his hands. Why didn't you make more time for me? Was I not good enough for you? He asks internally. Am I not good? Well, probably.
Oof.
Cassius lies down and falls asleep, tears in his eyes. That night, he dreams of all the memories he had with Alexios. Picnicking in the park, writing for...
Stop! Stop! You know what it means. Perv. Oh my god. No. Say it. Say the damn line. I'm not gonna laugh if you don't say the line. I won't even acknowledge you anymore. You will get no validation after this point if you don't say the line.
Drew. You know it's funny.
It is kind of funny, yeah.
Because, like, knowing that him and Alexios, like, had hot, furry sex, it's like, come on.
When you put it that way.
Riding for hours into the sunset and dining in the finest... Is that a reference to that fucking t-shirt, the Adasher t-shirt that like, you can buy? It's, like, the one that has him and Alexios, like, on a motorcycle. If it is, I love that.
Oh, I didn't know they were on a motorcycle. That's really dope.
I hope that's a reference to that. Not them having butt sex. or maybe it's both. I'd be down with that too.
You don't know if they had butt sex. They can be gay without having butt sex.
Oh my god. I know, but obviously they did. There was something different. Oh, sorry, I skipped something. There was something different, however. Alex's face was blurred and blackened out. Once Cassius woke up, he is drenched in sweat and tears. He is also, side note, panting very heavily. As Cassius catches his breath, Comp booms in and tells Cassius, you're needed in the dining room.
That wasn't very booming.
You're gonna get... Cassius! You are needed in the dining room. You're finna get poisoned again. Cassius, slightly shocked from Com's voice, sighs and gets up and moves towards the bathroom. I should at least make myself presentable. Cassius, as he looks in the mirror, he looks at the bags under his eyes and his teeth stain red because of the wine. He brushes his teeth and goes to reach for his hairbrush. He looks at the hairbrush and has a breakdown. I remember when Alex brushed my fur for me. He grabs the hairbrush and curls up in a ball.
Do you like to see people miserable?
So before I read, I skimmed through paragraph, and all I saw, like when I first started, like I should at least make it presentable. Like I saw hair and ball, because Alex is a cat. I saw it.
Oh.
I thought that like it was gonna say like out, like he found like a hairball, and I was gonna fucking lose my shit.
Alex used to choke up hairballs on
Yeah,
his hairbrush.
that's what I thought. I thought it was like Alex used to choke up hairballs. I was literally about to lose my shit.
Alex used to cough up hairballs into this little bowl.
I'm sorry. That's okay. He howls for a few minutes, holding the brush close to him. Cassius hears a knocking on his door. Cassius, is everything okay? He hears Amicus ask. Cassius sniffles and says, yeah, I was just getting ready. His voice trembling. Cassius gets up to wipe his eyes and opens the door. Well, let's get going. Cassius is trying to force a smile. A little twitch in his eye. Amicus looks at his brother and asks, Cassius, your eyes are red. Have you been smoking that good kush again? Have you been crying? He says. He puts his hand on Cassius' shoulder. Is everything alright, brother? Cassius scoffs and walks forward to the dining room. I'm fine. I just didn't sleep well. Wink. He then walks off nonchalantly. As he hears Amicus get into the dining room, he greets Virginia and Neferu. Good morning, everyone. Oh man, pheasant. I miss this stuff. The food here is amazing. Cassius exclaims, his fake smile getting bigger. Put off by Cassius's optimism, Virginia asks, well, Cassius, you seem to be very happy today. Cassius nods as he eats pheasant. How was your stay with Alexios? Cassius coughs up a furball. Cassius growls and says, ugh, I can barely remember a thing about that place. It was awful. They didn't even have pheasant. We had to eat fucking big rats. Dude, it was nasty as fuck. And don't get me started about their bathrooms. It's just a big pile of sand.
Tyson, you're projecting again. Tyson, you're projecting.
No, 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 no. And don't even get me started on Alexios. He was such a piece of shit, right? His hand begins shaking. I mean, he tried to ruin my home. By his appearance, I hope that fucking bastard drops dead. Cassius exclaims, gritting his teeth. He then realizes what he said and looks at how concerned and scared everyone around him is. Oh, I'm sorry. Cassius whimpers, tipping some wine and silence in the air. Well, Amicus starts. It's nice to see that you, accepted the parents. I have great gratitude towards them. They actually brought back my dead lover twice. I don't mean to flex, but my boyfriend is still alive and didn't betray me for a different planet. Earth is great. I mean, Virginia rolls her eyes at her brother. Amicus, annoyed at Virginia, then says, and you've gotten you over your own fear of wine, Virginia says. That's awful. That's literally something I would have said. You've gotten over your fear of wine. That's awful. Damn, Amicus, you are his inner himbo is going fucking crazy. It's the only thing that fills the void, Cassius whispers, feeling tears beginning to form as he drinks more wine. Did you say something? Virginia questions, a hint of worry in her voice. Oh, I was just talking about how satisfying the wine is, Cassius says, taking the last sip of wine. Wow, I am full. Anyways, I'm gonna be at the garden for a while if anyone needs me. Cassius gets up and tries to avoid everyone. And I think that's a good place to stop to give you some time.
Okay.
Because I obviously it's probably not enough to.
And we can always come back to it too,
yeah,
which we
yeah.
probably will, most likely, because we
Yeah.
got many fan fiction of Fridays. But if you are interested in reading ahead of us, we certainly will continue reading it out loud. But again, the person who wrote it was Cars, the big gay furball, on Discord, specifically both the servers. I don't know if that's a nickname though. No, it is not. It is not a nickname. It is his Discord name. So if you are interested, you can find it there. Tyson, are you
Yes?
passing the torch to Muwa?
Ty is.
Ty, thank you. It's me, Drew. I stayed silent for most of this time.
Sorry,
No,
I just can't resist the urge to be an asshole. Or like, whenever I was reading, I would project things where I saw fit, and I apologize.
He would
I
like to
couldn't resist.
make a formal apology about that.
He's just like, man, I hated their bathroom. It was a fucking pile of sand.
Just sand. That sounds like it would be Neferu's bathrooms. Oof.
Why?
Because it's Kimia.
I was gonna say because he's a cat in litter
Oh.
box. God damn it! I don't have to explain.
For
It's not
Alex.
it's not a
I
joke
see.
anymore because I had to explain it.
Bad
No.
comedy. Anyway.
I hope you got a laugh out of that before I had to explain it. Anybody who got it when I said it.
Please leave a comment in the YouTube video to stroke Tyson's ego, among other things.
You can stroke more than my ego.
God damn. Continuing. Holy shit.
I'm an idiot.
Well,
Anyway,
you
bye.
established that with your Jesus joke.
I
But,
am going.
oh my
I
god.
want the RSVP me with help.
Oh, okay. RSVP with Satan.
They have killer fairy conventions down there.
So, my story is called Ex Astra by Big H on Discord. I think his author name is Lapras. And the story is called Ex Astra. It is, summary, 8 years, 96 months, 417 weeks, 12,000 days, and they are finally able to reunite.
Whoa. The parents are fucking liars. Wait, hold on, repeat that again.
8 years, 96 months,
96, dude. That's like 12
Well,
years.
no, it's a play on thing because 8 years is 96 months,
Ah.
417 weeks. Yeah, yeah. It's different measurements of 8 years.
I am so stupid.
No, don't add them together. Don't add them. He's
I don't want to
giving us
talk.
the
I don't want to talk
units.
anymore. I don't want to
Okay.
talk for the rest
No,
of the
you
podcast.
please.
I'm
You
too
should.
embarrassed. I'm
You
too
should.
embarrassed.
Oh God.
Too embarrassed.
To give you an idea of how long this one is, this story is 15,000. Yes, not a zero. Okay, 15,007 words, and it's 11 chapters. So, what? 1,500 words each, like per chapter. I think yours, Tyson, was 7,000 words. So, in that case, that would be 7 chapters of this one, the one I'm about to read, compared to the one that you just read, which is crazy. That is, people have done so much with this stuff, and it's interesting to me, the different takes that they have. But anyway, I'm gonna jump into it. Just kind of jump right into it. Are you really not gonna talk though, Tyson? No. I lost my podcast buddy. He's literally gone. He's gone forever. That's okay though, because now it's just me. It's just me in my own little world. Chapter 1 with an I. Amicus was nervous. Sure, he'd been nervous before, but this was different. He was no longer a pup, waiting for his father to find the vase he'd broken, or the test he'd cheated on. He was an emperor. He shouldn't have had to worry about anything, except for the other sibling races and their political scheming. But he was nervous. The long 8 years had ended, and Marco was due back within the week. He was being transported on a new human ship, one that had been built after the parents had finally given humanity the ability to utilize their technology. Reports from Earth had filtered back about new stretch drive equipped starships being built and language ships being implanted into their crews. It seemed humanity was finally ready to journey amongst the stars. Amicus knew for a fact that this made the other siblings nervous. In particular, the new ambassador from Amorpha was concerned about the vast numbers humanity had on its side. All of the sibling races in the Galaxius combined only numbered around 1 billion, and humanity was well on its way to surpass that eightfold. Still, he knew that the parents had a plan for it all. They always did. He reflected back on the events that had occurred almost 8 years ago. His escape from the dungeons, Neferu's near execution, his brush with death, and what had finally saved him. He owed his life, and perhaps so did many wolves in the Emperor, to that small alien whose introduction to him had been a mistake. The parents work in mysterious ways. Amicus didn't mean to speak out loud, but he did. Most of the entourage of different races accompanying him didn't seem to notice, or maybe they were too preoccupied to care. There are certainly many things to think about this week. Despite this, one wolf noticed. What? Amicus turned his head to his younger brother. Cassius had nearly died at the hand of Cato all those years ago, and had changed the White Wolf. The bold and sometimes offensive ex-emperor had been all but wiped away, and in his stead stood a reserved and hawkish advisor. After his ascension, Amicus had seen fit to appoint both of his siblings to his court of advisors. Cassius, while not openly admitting it, was very grateful and did his best to keep Amicus on the right path, often bringing his older sibling down to reality when he made plans that were perhaps too bold and ambitious. That wasn't to say they hadn't made progress. The pseudo-slavery that had been happening for a millennia had finally halted in all systems controlled by the Empire, and efforts were already underway to reinitiate the uplifting process in children species that had been stunted by their predecessors. All of this came with some criticism and minor violence from radical opponents to their new regime, but that was to be expected. Amicus shook his head and muttered, "Nothing, brother, just thinking." Cassius nodded, and they continued walking to the meeting room where they would be discussed the arrival of the human delegation. The troupe of diplomats he'd chosen for the meeting included those he felt he could trust, and some other important figures that couldn't be left out for political reasons. Behind him, Virginia and Neferu were conducting a quiet yet heated discussion. Scipio and the new Amorphan ambassador were trading remarks about what the humans would do once they were introduced to the Galaxias. The rest of the delegation from the sibling species lagged behind. Amicus was glad that he'd been able to bring the Emperor back to the meeting table with the other siblings. They were hesitant at first, but they'd come around once the tentative alliance between the Adastrans and Chamians were finalized. Amicus didn't want to admit it, but Neferu had been instrumental in the process of alliance forging. They came up to a large set of doors, larger than most in the palace. Amicus pressed his paw to one of the black panels that opened the doors, and Cassius pressed the others simultaneously. Both doors slid open, revealing the large meeting hall. The room had been used for years before Amicus's ascension, but he had made a point to strengthen diplomatic relations as a core value of the new empire. The diplomats took their seats, as they had been doing frequently for the last year. Amicus remained standing, ready to speak. He looked straight forward at the camera drone that was recording them. Usually meetings like this weren't televised, but this was an important one. Amicus put on his serious expression and prepared to speak in his emperor voice, as Neferu had called it. Friends and allies, these coming days will be momentous. I am sure all of you are aware that the parents have seen fit to make contact with humanity. I have received news from a credible source. Virginia smirked. Amicus had to admit she was an excellent intelligence gatherer, that they are planning a diplomatic mission here, and they should embark within the next day. A murmur rippled through the gathered observers. Most of the wolves in Adastra had been kept quiet about what exactly Earth had been doing for 8 years, but Amicus had just revealed what was in store. Whilst there are some who have their concerns about opening diplomatic relations with Earth, I hope Adastra realize just how important these humans will be to the future of the Galaxis. The parents have gone through so much to bring them here, and who are we to deny them? Several discontented sighs could be heard, but reactions were mostly positive. The delegation from Earth will consist of no more than 24 humans, and I have information that they wish to explore Adastra, to visit our cities, to view our lands, and to meet us. I implore you to give them a warm welcome, and to make them see why Adastra is the best place to live in the galaxy. There was a loud cheer from the wolves in the crowd, and polite clapping from the others. Amicus glanced around. There were at least 100 observers in the crowd, seated away from the table. They all seemed happy with the small speech. He could barely stop his tail from wagging. This is what he always dreamed it would be like. The meeting continued as normal for some hours, the representative at the table discussing what the empires would do when the humans finally arrived. The Chamians were fully on board with the idea of hosting a detachment of diplomats, and the Omofarans, while put off by the prospect of humanity having been abandoned by pretty much every sibling race, agreed to take in an ambassador or two. The meeting came to a close at the 11th hour. As was customary, every diplomat greeted Amicus, and he in turn bid them farewell. Being emperor was tedious sometimes, but was worth it. After 5 minutes, the only people left in the chamber were the original group. Amicus glanced around at the people he considered his closest friends and allies. Neferu, Virginia, Cassius, and Scipio. They had served him well. Well, does anyone have something to discuss? Everyone shook their heads. Well then, let's get to dinner. The meal was good as always, and Amicus went about his evening routine. Even though Marco had been on Adastra for less than a year, Amicus still felt like something was missing when he looked through his room. He decided to stay there, instead of moving to the Emperor's chambers. It was just more familiar. He used the dental cleaner, showered, put his underwear on, and crawled into bed. He was almost unable to sleep, knowing that he'd be able to touch Marco again this week. His tail thumped happily against the mattress as he hugged a long pillow.
I'm sorry, I have to speak again. That is so cute. Okay,
the human in its place.
I have to keep talking. I had to break my silence because that is so fucking cute. Okay, go on.
No, that's the end. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. That's the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was good. A good introduction to the whole the
It
whole
was
world.
adorable, and I just remember that I remember that Skippio exists, and I love him. So,
I have his glasses. I have a pair of
ugh,
wire glasses like this.
you
So,
you had to tell me that.
mm-hmm. Um, the little round ones.
Somebody needs new glasses.
I do. I have my
I'm
guest pair on right now.
talking
I
about
like how
Scipio.
both stories, the parallel between them is that none of them are wearing underwear.
I mean, one of them is like I'm assuming immediately after the event, and one of them's like 8 years after.
hmm it seems so. I really like. I would like something in between there, but I feel that they're leaving room for interpretation. For Hallie, they're just kind of jumping to the end. Um, I know for if I was to write fan fiction, so I would stay in the middle for. I would want to do another human, but that is just my. That's my thing. That's not really anyone else's. That's just mine. So, uh,
That's literally just like what Drew does.
what?
He wants more relatable human.
I don't know. It's not the fact that like, oh, I'm not a furry, I don't want furries. It's cuz they're just animal people. It doesn't bother me. It's more of the fact that I love the idea of the wolves integrating themselves into earth culture, like trying to do what humans do and having a human explain through them. Or I love the idea of humans finding old parent technology and not knowing what the hell to do with it. Like I imagine the main character of mine is a character that got rejected. Like the parents needed someone to go up into the um, up to Amicus essentially, and the other human was going to be the replacement, just in case Marco didn't make it. He, of course, Marco did. He succeeded, so the human was going to be killed, but instead he wakes up in a coma a year later, and he has to put the pieces together. Um, I don't know. I like the idea of two worlds colliding for some reason, and I like being on the human side because then I have more familiarity with that culture because I was raised in it. Like I wasn't raised in a Daster culture, so I think that's all in Howley's head, and I can't dissect it. I'm afraid I'll step on some toes, but I can definitely dissect Earth culture. So that was a long-winded explanation, but I don't know. I've been seeing if I would like to dabble in it, just to kind of just a little dabble, just a little sprinkle, just a
Drew
little.
used to draw, or not draw. He used to write Star Wars fan fiction,
I did. I used to write lots of fan fiction.
but he never told me what kind. So I assume it's gay porn.
Nah, nah, not gay porn. There were gay characters, but I didn't write porn. No.
Of course there were.
Hey, I wanted representation. Star
And
Wars
you
was
got
my
it.
thing.
There,
Too. I did.
there were lesbians kissing him like for half a second. And
No.
you're welcome. There you
No,
go.
I don't know. I like things where the group is small. Like someone, for instance, I know it's cliche in Star Wars. Like they develop force powers, for instance, and that's like every Star Wars story ever. It's like, oh no, force powers.
No,
But
every Star Wars ever only has one Jedi. I want a
I
story where like
know. But what
I
about?
want like I want everyone to be a, like fuck. I want everyone to just be a, like with a varying degree of like force abilities. Like ugh, that could be cool. Fuck having
Mm-hmm.
one gun guy, one fucking girl. I mean, not one girl. Like I don't care for the obviously female Jedi, but like you have like the damsel, you have the guy with a gun, you have the fucking
Mm-hmm.
Jedi. Make them all Jedi with like
Yes.
varying degrees of abilities. That'd be sick as fuck.
I
Off
like the.
topic.
Oh no, totally good. Because I was gonna get on that point actually. I like the idea of someone who isn't Marco, who isn't rich, who isn't anything, and they get rejected. Like some sort of conflict where they're not good enough. Which
Yeah.
the main character in my head would not be good enough. The parents didn't want him for this, and now he has to scramble and put the pieces together. They figure out that they want him for something else. He has a different fate in mind, so to speak. So I don't know. I just like that idea. I like the idea of someone getting rejected from something because we've all been rejected for something. So by people or by things or by events or by whatever. I don't know. I like themes. I really like themes, and I like build up. And I think Adastra's theme is fate and the idea of how we reconcile with it. And I think for someone like uh, the story that I had in mind, what better way to reconcile with your fate than having everything fall apart around you, and then you have to put the pieces together. So, what a way to end it. To end on my, it's like I want to talk about me, but in reality, these both stories I think have something going for them. One is about relationships and how they break apart, and Ty, you have your run-ins with breakups, and I am the one.
Wow, thank you for bringing that up.
There's the bus running you over.
You brought that up on fucking Christmas.
I
dude.
did. I keep forgetting it's Christmas. Oh God, we're 2 minutes away from being out of Christmas though.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. Whenever
Round up.
I'm just gonna go cry to myself.
No, oh my God, no. You're
kidding.
over it. You're totally over them.
Am I?
Oh, well, I just kind of outed you, didn't I? I figured you were. That's why I said it. I apologize if I stepped on your toes.
I'm joking.
Oh,
but get the hell off my toes.
I know for me, there's just relationships are tough, and I think Cassius is going through it. And hopefully the author, Cars, if you are out there, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, dog. I'm here to talk.
Yeah, we're here. If you need to talk, we are here. Because writing is a reflection of oneself. So if there's something you're going through, it is like maybe not truly a relationship.
I never even thought of that.
I mean, it's true. Like, I'm wondering with Howley if he had a run-in with religion that went sour, which is why he hates the parents are the antagonists. Or in this next story here, it seems we're getting some reconciliation. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel it's not going to go as planned with the other story. But for Cassius, he hopefully the author seems to be fine. But if you need to chat, we are here. We are here to chat. But whenever you write something, it comes from a place of, whether you know it or not, it comes from a place of experience. And I'm not saying like symbolism-wise for English or whatever that everything has a meaning, and you probably had a bad English teacher that at some point maybe you don't have to say whomst because that made you dissect symbolism and everything, and you're just like, God, this is terrible. I hated English for that. I love reading, I hate English. So, which is probably why I can't spell. But, alas. Tyson, do you have anything you'd like to add about the stories?
I like them for different reasons.
That's what you said before when we ended it. You're like, Ty, do you have anything to add? And you're like, I like these. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, God, what else do I say?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna blabber.
I don't. Yeah, you will.
I blabber so much. It's like blah 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 because I just love. I'm a chatterbox. I'll tell you what.
Me too, but for different.
So, if that's the end of our little expose, you've made it this far, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Fan Fiction Friday once again, our second episode of this little thing.
Even though it's going to be on Saturday again.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be on Saturday, even though it's Fan Fiction Friday, but it's Christmas. Christmas is almost, oh, nope, it just ended. It's 12:01. Christmas is over, guys. Pack it up, go home. Fan Fiction Friday is now Fan Fiction Saturday at this point. It's moved on again. Alas. But I hope you had a very fantastic Christmas. Lots of ornaments, lots of gift giving, lots of fantastic treats and festivities.
I hope that y'all got the gift you wanted, I guess. I don't know. I'm not good with Christmas. Guys, I'm just done with Christmas. Can we stop talking about it?
You're done with it? Well, it's New Year's next. 2021, baby. See what's in store. Right. Maybe you'll have a big muscle-bound gay wolf that'll sweep you off your feet.
Please.
If you're lucky.
Don't even joke about that.
With a bunch of emotional problems that you have to unpack. And then you will, and you might marry, and then you're gone for 8 years, and you have to come back to Earth, and then I get to talk to you about it. So,
Drew, are you trying to make me more depressed? Also, you're implying I have to die twice.
Yes, you have to die twice. And meet a dragon with fire coming out of every orifice that you can possibly think of.
It'd be worth it to get a man like Anakin.
Even dying twice.
I'd die
There's a
three
fresh
and a
seat in
half.
hell. Remember that. Well,
I would
apparently, if
I would die 3.5 times, Graham, because
3.5, how does dying halfway work?
you get like resuscitated.
Oh, and then maybe die in the middle of it and then come back
Yeah.
fully. Okay. Perhaps. I give you that. Okay. But we thank you for tuning in again. Ty had mentioned before that you can find the email in the description of our little podcast below. And you can send any of your fan fiction and we'll read them. It'll be so fun. So much, so exciting. So exciting. And it doesn't have to be Adastra either. I know there's several other visual novels out there. We can read things that we have no fucking idea about. Not a damn clue. Not an idea. And we'll read it, especially if it's Danganronpa. I am intrigued.
Are we playing more of that tonight?
Probably not tonight. Probably not tonight. I am losing my mind right now. My mind is unraveling. I might play some Need for Speed though while I'm waiting for the video to render.
Oh.
I love the cheese.
Okay.
Holy shit. I love the cheese. I love the cheese of it. I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Toodaloo.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Have a good New Year's. I'm sure we'll see you before New Year's. But
Oh,
you know what I mean.
we'll definitely see them. We'll definitely see them.
Okay.
We'll see them the day after. New Year's is on a Thursday, so we'll see them on the very first day of the year. On that Friday, I think, if I click. Yeah, it falls on that Friday. So we'll see you on January 1st, 2021 with Fan Fiction Friday again.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Get your cats spayed or neutered.
Yeah, spade those cats, man. Spade them.
Fuck Alexis.